Kia ora tātou katoa. Ko te mea nui tēnei wā me karakia tātou. Whakarongo ake au ki te tangi o te manu o te mātui. Tui, 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 tuia. Tui ai runga, tui ai raro, tui ai roto, tui ai waho. Tui ai te here tangata, karongo te pō, karongo te ao. Tui ai te muka tangata, I take a mai, I Hawaii nui, I Hawaii roa, I Hawaii pāmāmao. He hono ki te wai rua, ki te whai ao, ki te ao marama, a tihei mauri ora. Ako tēnei te mihi o te ngā kau ki a tātou e hui tahi nei a tēnā rā tātou katoa. Ako tainiwi te waka, ko taupiri te maunga, ko waikato te awa, ko tuheitia po te tau te whero tuawhitu, te kingi, a pai mārire ki aia. Pai mārire ki a koutou, pai mārire ki a tātou e hui tahi nei tēnei rangi, pai mārire. A ka huri au ki te mihi atu ki a rātou, kua hinga atu, kua hinga mai. I roto I tēnei tau ngā marama ngā wiki. Tai atu anō ki tēnei rā. He tika te kōrero mō rātou. A haere, haere, haere. A ka huri anō ki a tātou. Nō reira ki a koutou ngā rauranga tira mā. Ko tēnei te mihi. Mihi atu ki a koutou no te Hiringa Hauora whānau ki a koutou ki te neke mai, haere mai, ke wanganui o mātou. E tua hau ki te taha o te tumu whakarai a Tane māhuta Cassidy ki te mihi atu ki a koutou katoa. Ki a koutou ngā rangatira, ngā tohunga, ngā tākuta, ngā ringa aroha, ngā ringa wairua, ngā kairanga hau ki a koutou katoa e mahi ana I tēnei kaupapa whakahirahira e mihi atu, mihi atu, mihi atu. E mihi atu ki a koutou pepeha, o koutou maunga, o koutou awa, o koutou hapu, o koutou iwi, waka hoki mihi atu ki a koutou. Anei te mihi whānui atu hoki ki ngā waka o te ao a tēnā rā koutou katoa. Mihi atu ki a koutou ki te hare mai, mauria mai, tō koutou mana, tō koutou kōrero, tō koutou aroha, hei maramatanga, a te kaupapa nei, tō tātou kaupapa. Te Ara Pounamu, te kaupapa mua ki a tātou I tēnei wā. Nō reira e te whānau, e te iti me ta rahi, aha koa he iti te kōrero, he nui te mihi atu ki a koutou. Anō reira, a tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou. Ka tēnei te waiata a te aroha. Te aroha, te whakapono, me te rangi Māori e, tātou e. Kia ora whānau, ko te kōrero whakamutunga tēnei wā, he tangata ke koutou, he tangata ke mātou, engari tēnei wā a tātou e. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, kia ora tātou katoa. I'd just like to take this opportunity to translate what I've just said. And I'll start with our karakia. This is whakaronga. We have that saying that if we take the time to listen to our birds, to our mātui, we can hear them sing, we can hear the voices, and we can hear what they're saying. The mātui was known as the pollinator between the heavens and the earth. So they would take the messages from us to the heavens, and they would bring the wisdom from our ancestors down. And the role is for us to bind together with those in the heavens, and to bind with those that are here with us, to bind with those in our external whānau, and to bind in the mesh with all of us. It's also about thinking about bringing peace to the day and peace to our night. How do we bind in the mesh the love of all humankind together? And when we think about returning to Hawaii Nui, going back for us to the South Pacific, it's about going back to the Eastern countries. It's about going back to the source of where humankind come from. It's about all of us joining in our spiritual ancestry. It's about us coming in to the world of understanding. Kia ora. So my waka, I come from, my waka's Tainui. I grew up in Ngārawā here. Taipiti is my mountain. Waikato's the awa. I grew up under the realm of the kingitanga. I'd just also like to acknowledge those many leaders that have gone before us, gone this year, and give acknowledgement to them. And from during the year to the last month to last week, and bid them farewell. I'd also like to take this time to acknowledge you all, and humble that you've come here. Te Hiringa Hauora have called you, and you have come, you've heard the call. And I'd just like to acknowledge that, and acknowledge that you bring your mana. Acknowledge that you bring your kōrero. Acknowledge that you bring your skills to be able to share and bring understanding to our kaupapa, Te Ara Pounamu. So, without much more to do, mihi nui atu ki a koutou. Have a good day, and let's share. Kia ora tātou.
Kia ora tātou, te mihi atu tēnei kia koutou, ka nui te mihi kia koe matua, o tō mihi kia mātou. Te mihi atu tēnei ki ngā rangatira, o ngā Hauora, tēnā koutou, ngā rangatira, ngā kaiwhakahaere o tēnei hui, tēnā koutou, nau mai, hara mai. Ko wai au, whakatiri te maunga moi o te awa, ngā tuki mata whāora te waka, ko ngā pui me ngā te hine o ku iwi, ko Tane Cassidy tōku ingoa, kei te tumu whakarai o te ringa Hauora. Kia ora, and just a warm welcome to you. This is our first effort at a national virtual hui, so this is new for us, and we hope you enjoy this journey today. So I'd just like to just start off acknowledge Mātua Tau. Thank you for the warm welcome, Mātua. And Mātua's gifted us this name for the this hui, Te Ara Pounamu, and basically it recognises our pathway to better health and well-being, and we see health and well-being as a treasure, a pounamu, so let's look after it. On behalf of Te Hiringa Hauora, really, again, proud and privileged to be able to facilitate this virtual hui. The name Te Hiringa Hauora was gifted us by the late New Amsterdam, or Amster Redi of Te Aitanga, Mate, ua Puahatu. So in the name that Amster gifted to us, Te Hiringa Hauora means the unrelenting pursuit of well-being. And it's been adopted as our mission statement. And I'm personally committed to upholding Amster's legacy and therefore I've adopted the name of Te Hauora as our organisation going forward, rather than HPA. Te Hauora also signals a change in direction and focus for us as an organisation. We've got an audacious aim to be a treaty dynamic organisation. I use the name treaty dynamic to reflect an evolving way of looking at the treaty. I want our staff to have permission to enact the articles in a way that works for them, that's pragmatic. I don't want us to be going through a tick box exercise, a prescribed set of guidance or guidelines, or managing the treaty as a risk. So it's a different mindset, it's a creative mindset, and I think we need to change in order to deliver against our aspirations around the treaty. So I'm challenging us. I want to challenge you as well in the system to think about the treaty in different ways. Also, what I'm keen to do is we're trying to look at moving away from sort of single, or as I use the term, misery-based issues, to move more into that broader notion of well-being or wellness promotion. So we're trying to look at transforming our programs from behaviour change in a particular demographics, building connections across communities that promote holistic approaches to well-being, trying to explore different ways of working with the sector and populations, and really trying to create programs that reflect lived experience. So we're using our po, Te Tiriti, equity and sustainability to guide us on our journey on the unrelenting pursuit of well-being, Te Hauora. In terms of sustainability, we recognise that te tau is essential to all areas across health and well-being. We recognise that there are opportunities to improve population health and well-being through policies and programs that connect te tau and well-being. We're also committing to reducing our own environmental impact and supporting community aspirations for sustainable well-being. And so it's great for me actually to be able to host this and save a whole bunch of travel costs, even getting kai venues. So we want to try and demonstrate that in practical ways. I also like to acknowledge that Te Hauora is also a reference to an oriori, a traditional chant composed for raising babies, pepe at birth. So I still remember Matua Amster telling me the story of Tūtiri Moana, descendant of Tara, eponymous ancestor of Ngai Tara, the original inhabitants of the Wellington region. And this oriori recounts the story of Tane receiving the 3 baskets of knowledge from the heavens, and has a line within it which references Te Hiringa I Te Mahara, which translates as the power of the mind. And these references require us to think more deeply about our collective role to transform health promotion, population health, from awareness building to mobilisation, from behaviour change to supporting agile communities to take action, and whānau to navigate the system confidently. So I'm hoping that this can be at the forefront of your minds as we welcome you all here today to Te Ara Pounamu, our inaugural population health virtual hui. This time provides us with a unique opportunity, and this hui centres on resetting the focus and building a stronger narrative for public and population health. And today's event provides a forum for New Zealand's best and brightest in this space to connect and reflect on proposed health system changes, challenges, and future opportunities for greater alignment and collective impact. Now, we've got an incredible lineup of speakers, and we've requested or cajoled them to be bold, provocative, and pragmatic. And I'm going to challenge you as well in the audience around to reflect on these sessions and to take actions that will basically contribute to greater alignment and collective impact for our system. Now, today's sessions will be run through Hop-In, and you should have all received instructions on the ins and outs of the software platform. If you want to see those instructions again or have trouble at any stage, you can access tech support by clicking on the Expo icon on the left of your screen. We have a jam-packed program, starting with sessions on population health, sustainability, and then we've got a Hauora Māori Tiriti session, which will see short presentations followed by panel Q&As. Then we've got some updates from the Transition Unit Lead for the Health and Disability System Review, Stephen McKernan. And following that, there's additional presentations and panel Q&As that focus on communities and equity. Unfortunately, I received notice that Dr. Bloomfield has been called into Parliament, so he's having to do this at short notice, and he sends his apologies. But I'd also like to acknowledge a mihi to Ashley for his mahi, particularly of late around COVID, and for his leadership in the system. Ngā kanuti mihi kia koe, te rangatira. We're going to finish off the day with some reflections from more of our experts and some thoughts on where to from here. We encourage you to join in the conversation throughout the day, or conversations. See on the right side of your screen, there are some streams. Please use the event chat to introduce yourself, and the stage chat specifically for asking questions of our presenters. If you're keen to take this conversation to the world, please make sure you use #HealthHui20 in your tweets. During the breaks, if you're keen, there are opportunities for network. To access these, you just simply click on the networking icon on the left, and you'll be randomly matched with another attendee for a quick 3-minute introduction session, speed dating, virtual dating. Or if there's someone in particular you'd like to link up with, find their name in the people list on the right of your screen and send them a direct message. Now, this hui's come together in a matter of weeks. It's been an aspiration of mine. Thought of doing it in November. We had, obviously, COVID lockdown, and thinking if we were going to do this at all, but actually it's come together, and I just want to, again, send a mihi to you for the call to come. And we've been pretty overwhelmed by the response in such a short time. So, ka nuti mihi kia koutou. I do want to take the opportunity to say a huge thanks to the team involved in organising this. Thanks to members of our advisory group for bringing this concept and program together. We've got Carolyn Watts, Salah Hart, Jane McKenty, John Whanga, Rachel Haggerty, Nick Chamberlain, Don Matheson, Ruth Cunningham. Ka nuti mihi kia koutou. Also, a big thanks to the team at Te Hauora for helping organise this and helping me bring this aspiration to fruition. So Donna Harding, Hayley Bilton, Andy Ellis, Caitlin Potter and Lindsay Brown. I can see them over there. Plus all the members of our whānau for their role and continued role in facilitating some of these sessions. Also, I'd like to acknowledge the IT team over here that's helped make this like a rock star event. Ka nuti mihi kia koutou. I also want to mihi to you in the audience, all the mahi that you've done in relation to this kaupapa. To say we've been through some challenging times of late is an understatement. And I'm really proud to be living in Aotearoa with all the freedoms that we have today, due to your awesome efforts and those of our people. And I want us to also think about how do we go out of our way to support and nurture each other in the health sector, in the system. Again, we've got this huge opportunity to really influence that, the design of that. We've got Stephen coming in and we'll provide some whakatau to that. I'm going to challenge you to put forward your whakatau, your thoughts around how we can do things going forward in a pragmatic way. But actually the power of this opportunity is for us to unite, come together and do things as a collective. So I really hope that you take this opportunity that we provide you with today. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to the speakers. Again, I've done a lot of talking on phones and trying to carouse all the troops. So I really like to acknowledge, and some at short notice. So kanuti mi kia koutou. And again, I hope you can challenge us in a provocative way, in a pragmatic way, to lift our game, to think about things, doing things differently, and again, seize the opportunity that we've got before us. And I look forward to your contribution to help shape and support a brighter future for population health in Aotearoa. Nā reira, tēnā koutou, kia ora mara tātou katoa.